This January, my colleagues and I welcomed a new member to the HISD Board of Education, Rhonda Skillern-Jones. Rhonda is the trustee for District 2, and she joins me today along with Meilin, the principal at Black Middle School, which is located in District 2. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. Rhonda, let's start with you. You're recently elected to District 2. I know that you attended HISD. How do you find it now that you're no longer a mom or an active participant working with the schools?
The other side of the table is definitely a little bit different. I've gone from being the one addressing board members to now being addressed, so that's a different seat for me. I for a long time, 21 years, was a volunteer, like you mentioned, before I got on board with the Board of Trustees. So I was very familiar with how things happen and what the processes are and the policies. I just wasn't quite as prepared to be as busy as I am now.
I know we were friends from doing volunteers together 4 or 5 years ago, so I've known you for a while. It's a little different on this side of the fence than it was on the other.
It is. It's a different perspective. It gives you a newfound respect for those who came before me, knowing how much work it takes and how much thought and process and how much preparation it takes to address issues and to attend meetings and to make decisions that basically affect the health and welfare of the kids. So.
And you don't get paid?
No, I don't get paid. I hear frequently people use the term, "How's your new job?" And my new response has been, "When I get one, I'll let you know."
Are they surprised when you tell them?
They're very surprised. People just assume that it's a paid position, and it never occurs to them that it's totally volunteer. Yeah.
Except 30 hours a week of volunteerism, so it's
correct,
or more.
Yeah.
It can be tough. I know there's a lot of really neat things happening in District 2. That's why I invited you today. You've brought along the principal from Black, Miss Meilin, and maybe you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Okay, so I have a lot of things going on in District 2, but especially at Black, we embarked on a new adventure in a new Vanguard program. Just to give you a little bit of background, Black was on the proposed closure list, and the residents in the neighborhood had some concerns about closing it, and so we figured the best solution was to repopulate it, and then we embarked upon a plan to get that happening and to generate some interest in having kids connect to their neighborhood schools.
So instead of you saying, okay, we're going to put this in, it was a grassroots effort.
It was a grassroots.
The school, the people, the neighborhood said, we're going to fix it up, we're going to help you.
And they did, and I can't take credit for it. I initiated the campaign, kind of generated the initial interest and got some things going together. Zev Caffo and I did. And Tim Welton kind of took the ball and started running with it, and he got on board with the principal, and I'll let her explain to you what is exactly happening over there as a result of those efforts.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know with STAR and the various duties that you have, you're very busy. Tell us what's happening at Black. I've heard wonderful things.
Well, for the last couple of years, our enrollment had been decreasing, like what Trustee Skillern-Jones mentioned. It was especially noticeable last year when we were on the closure list, because during Snapshot we had about 475 students. And because of Friends of Friend Black, which is a group that was initiated about 2 years ago, they helped market our school. They were a great marketing machine, and this year was the first time that enrollment increased by 15%, and during Snapshot time we were at 550.
Oh, good. That's wonderful. What programs have you put in? You might want to let people know the new programs, things that you're all doing to change things up.
Well, let me first answer the question, how do we market the school?
Okay.
Okay. So about 2 years, well, when I first came in about 5 years ago, the school was TA low performing.
Okay.
And I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed because I have a great faculty, staff, and teachers. They're the ones. They're the blood of the school. And about 2 years ago, we finally became TEA recognized for the first time. And 4 years ago, it was the first time we had a Gold Performance Star for comparable improvement in math.
Great.
And it's all because of the teachers. and the community started noticing.
Now, your community, you would feed into which high school?
Waltrip and Scarborough.
Okay. Because I know your community is having a rebirth also, because someone I work with went to Black. That's my age. So you see the rebirth of various neighborhoods, and that's what we need to look at, especially in HISD, as you have older neighborhoods who go through a regentrification, and you know, you're fortunate. We need to make sure that we keep these good schools, because there will be a community that will be wanting to come back.
Yes. And with the help of Friends of Frank Black, which I'm very grateful, they've assisted in marketing the school. 2 Februarys ago, we had La Tour de Black, in which we invited the parents from the different feeder elementary schools to come to the school and tour it. And they were able to talk to our faculty, to our staff, to community members, and tour the campus. And they were impressed with what we had to offer. And they were impressed with my prized possession, which is my teachers.
Now, perception can start at the outside. I heard that they're going to do some work at Black, or they have, or maybe you can tell us a little bit?
You mean the bond renovation?
Yes.
Well, when you drive now through Black, it's almost like a new Black. We have a new paint job in the exterior and the interior. We have new landscaping. We have an electronic marquee. The school just looks clean and neat.
Oh, great. Because perception to a lot of people goes a long way. But we know that it's the people inside is what really makes the school. But it's great. Now, the Vanguard program,
yes.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what makes your Vanguard unique compared to other Vanguards, because I know they're all a little different.
Well, we started a pilot program for this school year. We have 30 students in our Vanguard program. We finally got the designation this year. And what's different is the leadership component. Every year, the Vanguard students will be taking a class that's different. Like in 6th grade, they take public speaking because we want them to become great orators. In 7th grade, they'll take media literacy because we want them to become persuasive in that medium. And in 8th grade, it will be social enterprise. So they will take the skills they learn in 6th grade, which is public speaking, and in 7th grade, which is persuasive, see a problem that's out there and try to fix it and persuade the community to join them.
That's fantastic.
Just like what Friends of Frank Black did for me.
That's really, really good. You got a great community. You're gonna, I look forward to seeing the wonderful things that are happening. Do you have anything else in wrapping up District 2 that you can tell us? A couple more things?
There's so many things. I could be here all day. I've been out visiting over the last 3 months as much as I can and meeting a lot of the principals and a lot of the schools. I was very impressed with Burst Elementary. The principal over there is doing an excellent job. He teaches a class himself.
I've met him. He's a wonderful man.
He is, Jesse Woods. Yes. And the pre-K kids there are reading. Our Oak Forest team, we've had 2 OM teams, Odyssey of the Mime teams, that both won 1st place.
Fantastic.
In Odyssey of the Mime, so they'll be advancing to state. We have 5 kids at Barbara Jordan. No, 6, I'm sorry, 6 kids at Barbara Jordan who have $2,500 scholarships that they won to Texas A&M this semester. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Well, I appreciate you ladies for coming today and sharing what's happening at Black and what's going on in District 2. And I really enjoy working with you, and I'm glad we see another couple of years together. Thank y'all again.
Thank you.
Funding for public education continues to be chopped at the state and federal level. Up next, we'll hear what HISD is doing to reach out to legislators. Don't go away. HISD Up Close will be back in just a moment.